Going to be doing, it's hard to see it up here, so I'll show you on this shock here. We're going to take the crescent wrench, and it's slotted up on top so that you can get a crescent wrench on there. Then we're going to take our 15mm wrench and we're going to loosen it. When you get to the top, it's going to end up pushing, your wrench is going to push the crescent wrench off. That's where it gets a little bit tricky. And what you have to do is you have to grab the sleeve from down here with vice grips or something to be able to grab that sleeve so that you can spin the nut the rest of the way off. Don't grab it too tight so you don't mar it up too bad. Luckily, this part up here is not part of the compression stroke of the shock. So luckily, even if it does get marred up a little bit, it's not going to affect the performance of the shock at all. So we'll try and catch it up here. There's where I'm slotted. And there we go. As you can see, unfortunately, you don't really have much room to spin your wrench. We switched over to a pair of dikes that we can just reach in there and grab that shaft from underneath the rubber boot there.
So hopefully you guys can see this. We've got the upper bolt loose. This one was temperamental to say the least, but we got it off. Now what we've done is we've got the jack back underneath here, and we're going to lift it back up to take the pressure off, and it'll help compress the jack or the shock itself. And then we'll try to get it out of the hole. If it doesn't want to come out, if the shock still had enough pressure on it and it just is too hard to get out, we'll use some wire ties and we'll actually strap the shock into the compressed shape, into the compressed what am I trying to say, position, and then we'll drop the shock out.
And on the other side, same thing, deep socket from the bottom. It's 13mm on both sides, top and bottom. Alright, so insulation is exactly opposite of reverse, or removal. So we're gonna take this shaft here, put it in through the rubber boot. Then we want to try and compress it upward, which it will not do. There we go. Alright. So basically what I did is I took the bottom, put it right where the bolts are going to go in. Now I have room to compress the top and get it in to the rubber bushing up on top. Now we should be pretty much golden. One thing they do got to make sure is they put the rubber boot back over to the top, as well as the metal washer. So that way, when you're tightening that bolt, it can go up against that metal washer. There we go. Alright, now that's nice.
On the C6, there's, what I understand on the C6, there's a little bit of room up there so you can actually do it without having to remove the tank, the coolant tank or the reservoir tank. But on the C5, if you're going to go from the top, then you're going to have to remove the windshield washer wiper on one side, and you'll have to remove the radiator coolant tank to be able to get to these spots. So this is kind of a necessary evil here, but saves you some money. It is a little bit more work, but again, you're not going to have this tool sitting in your toolbox somewhere that you're probably never going to use again.